Buondì a tutti. Già tossando, vabbè. Vediamo se riusciamo a finire stamattina Banishers, magari vado dritto al finale. Vorrei iniziare Metal Gear poi oggi se riesco. No, bello, però la lunga diventa un po' monotono. Allora, cos'è che mi sento come se mi tirasse le cuffie oggi?
The ooze affects the incarnate too. Who goes there?
Mi sa che devo combattere uno dei
Is that a
pezzi
ghost?
grossi.
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was...
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. Their land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Could this house have been targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Back down to hell!
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Ecco, magari non capisco perché quell'altra si è incazzata poi.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite. I see a ghost ward. What are they doing down here?
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
To make you angry. Expected no less. This is chaos.
Get back up. Not sure how much more I can take.
Dodge it if you can. Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Questa picchiava.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden Town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
Well, the Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
Allora. Devo ritornare là dove c'è la casa. No, ma ci deve essere un modo di là allora. Aspetta, forse ho visto. Ma c'è infatti il modo di andare da qui. Non ci ho manco fatto caso.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Over there.
Elusive little buggers.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
I'll find a way around then.
Beware. Walls. A ward restrains me.
Those echoes we're hearing were the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first? Red, come look.
Aspetta. No, io sono arrivato da qui. Adesso.
A ward restrains me.
Devo trovare il sigillo. Ah, eccolo.
Go there.
No, ma scusa, ma quindi qua. Ah, devo colpire.
The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Don't let that specter get to the corpse. Look to me. Watch out. Spectre position.
Have a bit of this.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Looking at this is giving me the willies. Is it cursed?
Manca Assassino.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
Altro.
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Think you can take on a ghost? This isn't over yet. I have another in sight. There's a tough one.
Piss off! Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's time. This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Effettivamente qua non vedo. No, allora non sto capendo cosa. Argento. E una volta qua finito. Pare che c'è una strada. No, però no, non è. E ci deve essere un modo per scendere, però ogni volta è un casino, non riesci a capire dove vuole. Aspetta.
A safe harbor, should we need a moment's peace.
E ora mi sa che non posso potenziare altro, no. Perché mi segna un altro falò? Ah, quello su. Ok. Quindi adesso
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted.
secchio corrotto. Quale secchio?
A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near. A ghost left a fragment of their past here.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
Dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
Hiding the evidence, perhaps, of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that thing.
Aspetta, quindi lui intanto
Things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob. Ah, this can't be good.
Who are you?
If we speak, shall you listen?
sto boss.
I only seek the truth.
Bloody hell. Is that me? That cheap drag. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
Let me end this. The shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow. Getting rid of that ooze should weaken the shadows.
That red is in the past. Not gonna stay down.
No. I'm not messing about, am I?
I never wanted this. I hate the very thing I've become. This just won't do. You won't do that again.
Una coppia qui.
Antea died to help New Eden.
Vabbè,
And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us? Her name is Deborah. You'll get it next time.
Bloody hell, that stings. Now you sound like my old parish priest.
Dai, sto boss è stato easy.
Enough.
Allora.
Can we please get out of here?
Ma dovrebbero mancare 3 missioni finita questa, in teoria. Posso provare veramente a finirlo stamattina.
That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel powerless. We were always one move behind. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Ignorance caused this. A raging epidemic drove them out of their minds. Unable to look within, they pointed the finger.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Allora, uno lì. Sembrerebbero solo due. Aspetta, fai vedere.
Once you've revealed the routes, I'll destroy them. Flawless teamwork. That, down there, it was... I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in his name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people hear.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. The train band captain shackled the schoolteacher and locked her away. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract. I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it.
Hell's bells!
Friends,
Alla fine non ho mai
have I
sacrificato
ever
nessuno in
not
tutto il
served
gioco,
the
non penso che mi
interests
va a
of our
modificare chissà cosa.
community? Have I not protected you?
Lui se lo
Have I
merita.
not loved you?
Mi sa che stai sul cazzo a tutti, eh.
Oh, Mara. Oh, to the living.
Death to the dead.
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us?
I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness. And, the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. For your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
Mi va a influire sul finale averne accusato giusto uno in tutto il gioco, no?
After all this, don't forget to rest.
Non posso tirarli giù.
Wards, you're on your own.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the Nightmare's influence, we could use the Void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the Void Breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you?
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
They know no better. They know only fear and hate what they cannot understand.
Especially when a woman is involved.
It matters not now anyway.
A woman died for nothing and it matters not?
That's not what I meant. But the lassie is dead. All we can do now is try to give her her rest.
Perhaps she does not want to rest. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera and listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
This has been hard for you. For me too. Perhaps we should think of how far we've come together and take heart.
I am dead, Rory. I am dead, and sooner will be gone for good.
You think I don't know this?
Don't make this about you, Red.
I wasn't. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea.
Kyllä al finale.
Antea. I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island. Antea? Please tell me you're here.
There you are. Ready to go?
I just got here. Can we talk? Why did you leave me alone?
You were not alone. Can we go now?
How come it's not working?
Let's ask Seeker. This all has to end, and I'd rather it was sooner than later.
Aye. Here's hoping.
Maybe we can ask Seeker about the Rumble's mirror.
Clip.
There's a spectral web here, but it's new. It's stronger, but I think I can do it.
Oh, easy there.
This'll only take a moment. See?
Aye. Well, throwing my weapons through your will is a little unsettling. The spell isn't working. I think she's gone.
These stains block the way through, like a thick web.
You're good at that.
I know.
Where are you? You wee witch. Why is there a letter from Deborah Comenius here?
And who's Grace? No way back to New Eden Town, and no Seeker either. Our only clue points to Kate Newsmith. Maybe she knows this Grace, and where to find her.
No. Dov'è il falò? Dov'è il falò? È quello che è un po' troppo limitato nelle soluzioni di level design, cioè o passi dove dice lui o non hai proprio margine.
Quick and precise. Well done.
Is it worse to lose your faith in your fathers than it is to lose faith in yourself? Those in the Harrows who lived would be wise to look inwards, to reflect, and then to pay penance. But none carry a greater burden than young Lamentation Haskell. How will he guide the faltering faithful when he has so little faith in himself?
Camp is a camp no longer. It's a village. Kate, good day to you. Good to see you back in business.
Red McWraith, what can I do for you?
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious, I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
What happened to Grace?
I don't know that either. There had been strife with her father. Then she was gone. And the captain spoke of her no more.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps, into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done.
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
Goodbye to you, Huntress. I look forward to seeing things improve, that you're in charge.
Thank you, Red. Travel safe.
Questo mi stanno facendo fare avanti e indietro proprio. Non ci vado da Pennington.
I'm right here, you know. Think you could take on a ghost? Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
bit of this.
Come a livello 26.
Say that to your face.
Non è che i nemici mo per il finale livellano di brutto, no? Ti prego. Trova il capanno. Ah, a parte sì, perché io ero entrato qua dentro per fare un po' di nebbia.
Die, you bastard!
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker?
No. Ok, sarò buggato sul posto.
Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home?
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough.
Aspetta, potevo illustrare il capanno. Ah, voglia, c'era roba da vedere effettivamente.
But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Now we know she's in the mountains. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Aye, sure.
Dov'è un falò vicino? Mi sa tanto in città. Vabbè, ma tu stai fuori però.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Oh, now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. It's as if you can't wait to leave.
It's not like that. It's complicated.
Aye, all right. I believe you.
Dove cazzo sono? capito, qua vicino non mi bastava, il gioco per una volta che arrivavo lì al capanno. No, aspetta. Ora qua nel gioco suono. Vabbè, andiamo a parlare pure con lui.
Folk look well. Maybe they'll settle here.
Are you still here?
Why, you're welcome. It's an honour to help you out. Any thanks necessary.
Spare me your humour, soldier.
What do you know of a young woman named Grace?
I don't know where you heard that name, Banisher. But you should not say it again.
It's important, else I wouldn't ask.
I owe you, Banisher. And I believe your word is good, but I cannot help you.
I read the name on a letter. It was a very interesting missive. According to this letter, what happened to Grace was entirely your fault.
No! The fault was hers. She was stubborn.
The letter told quite the tale. I'd like to hear your side of it.
I have heard tell, sir, of the contumacious Scots, and I did not hear wrong. You are indeed relentlessly, perversely, bloody-mindedly obstinate.
The letter was clear. You're to blame for what happened to her.
She has no one to blame but herself. I tried to prevent it. She would not listen. I hurt her. That, sir, is laughable. I worked hard to make up for her mistakes, so she would not pay the price for them.
Whatever you did seems to have made things worse.
I stood firm. That, sir, is what must be done, and that, sir, is what I do. I stand firm.
Why the mystery?
A stubborn and difficult child. Always quick to disobey. Especially when the orders were mine. Never understood her antagonism or hostility. A sheer bloody-minded antipathy. She didn't get it from her mother. Now I have no daughter, and it is all the better for all concerned.
Padre dell'anno.
Want to tell me what happened?
If you must know it, I sent her away. I exiled her.
Why? Why would you do that?
She left me with no choice. I caught her in an act of sin. I caught her reading, studying. Witchcraft, sir. I caught her studying witchcraft. There was a book. I don't know where it came from, and damned if I could get rid of it. She would not put it down. Not even after I forbade it.
Now why does Lammy
Grazie per il follow, Gravilpo.
And Deborah too.
Though Deborah was innocent, you accused her of witchcraft.
Dai, tutto bene.
Do you deny it?
Deny it? I claim it. By law, she was no witch, but neither was she
Vorrei
innocent.
provare a finire questo stamattina.
A ruiner of children. She corrupted my grace. I am a much changed man with the intervening years. Looking back, with the benefit of experience, I was entirely right and would not change a thing.
If I came to learn your daughter survived, if I knew where she was...
No, I'd have nothing to say to her. For me and all who know me, Grace Pennington is long dead. You wanted answers. Now you have them. And there are no more.
Quindi una volta
He
che ho parlato in
disowned
tutti e
her,
tre
but
i
kept her
posti,
portrait.
finirà sta
A
questo.
sick testimony of his love, or to his shame.
Banishers, gli stessi autori di Vampire, di Life is Strange sono in pratica. Come combat system molto simile a God of War, gli ultimi, però più basato su scelte. È uscito tipo quest'anno in pratica. Però si è venduto pochissimo, quindi ci sta a non averlo sentito.
No faith.
Dai, carino, alla lunga risulta un po' monotono, infatti lo voglio finire per quello oggi. Però no, come narrativa, bello.
Well, ho there. What a pleasant surprise. I was fair
C'ha molto le
sure that I'd
vibe
never
di
see
The
you
Witcher.
again.
Very often.
Ma quello forse è più soggettivo mio, perché alla fine tipo le attività secondarie sono tutti combattimenti e i nemici non è che siano proprio vari.
Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and
Però
I.
no, carino, preso in sconto,
For
ci sta.
ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving sounds right to me, if these people learn from their mistakes.
They repent, Mistress Duarte. A new start elsewhere, away from the place in which they sinned, will do them good.
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone
No, io
shall
sempre di
listen.
questi avevo provato Vampire, ma l'avevo
Fear
droppato
what shall
perché non mi
befall
piaceva, ti
them if
salvava
they
ogni
stay
scelta che
behind.
prendevi. E bastava fare la minima cazzata, ti fregava
We
tutta la
found a page
partita.
ripped from a book. Yeah, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the
Questi saranno
salient
più
facts.
veloci, spero.
When was the last time
Ma
you
no,
saw
ne avevo
Grace
sentito
Pennington?
parlare giusto
It had
bene,
to be a
comunque.
few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes
Tipo, ho visto un
sense
paio
now
di
that I think of
recensioni
it.
così su
That's it?
YouTube,
You
sembrava
never again
comunque,
tried to find your
diciamo,
best friend,
carino,
your
effettivamente
only
no, alla
friend.
fine ci sta.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's
Quindi
full
sta
name
cercatrice
and the
che
symbol
c'entra
used to
con
make
la
fast the
maledizione.
illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book, and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defense, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park.
Senti, qua tutta sta
Comparatively
parte mi
speaking.
pare che sta allungando un pochettino, eh.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.
Quindi cos'è? Entra nel vuoto e trova il libro. Ah, perché
Go on,
è
then.
la secondaria.
Talk to me.
Segno.
Don't hold back.
I haunt you as a ghost, and you act as though that's normal. I'm dead, and I'm not all right. I'm not all right at all, but you pretend not to see it. That makes me angry. And it makes me sad.
I never wanted that.
I know, but it still felt that way.
Allora, dov'è che devo andare, quindi? Dov'è che devo andare? Ah, qua. Era sottoterra che dovevo andare o... Ah, ok. Tipo tutta sta parte di
These
andare
stains
avanti e
block the
indietro
way
me la
through,
sarei fatta
like a thick web.
tranquillamente. Ne avrei fatto volentieri a meno.
No time to lose.
The heart's yours. The roots are mine.
tornare dove sono già stato pure.
Okay, shite. Look, I couldn't talk about it.
Couldn't talk about what?
You accused me of pretending not to see that you're dead.
That's how I feel, Red. You have to accept it.
I couldn't face your death. I admit that. I rely on you. Your presence reassures me. I dread your absence. I can barely bring myself to think about it. I don't wish to deny your
Quale
pain.
finale mi beccherò a sto punto?
I've just tried to deal with mine.
Wow. That's... I hadn't thought of it that way. Thank you for your honesty.
They brought more friends.
Ah, ma la fusione praticamente è come l'epurazione però fatta con lei.
Shall we dance then?
Aye. Always.
Sì, così l'ho arato. Spero solo che non manchi tantissimo al finale. Allora, il libro.
Our book isn't here.
Our book might be up there.
I might need some help.
I might be able to give it.
Adesso dove? Ma c'è un portale.
This looks like Lami's stuff. Only more scattered.
Even with the void shifting, the book should be around here somewhere.
Cos'è che è stato? Io ho sentito
Got it.
chiaramente qualcosa di
That
grosso.
seemed a little too
spazio.
easy.
We have the symbol we need. Let's go back to the mountain and find her hiding place.
Ah, ma è crollato per tornare indietro. Mi sa. No, cavolo.
Did you hear that?
First things first, Red.
Così in faccia, ti pare.
Moves like a shot.
Se si fa colpire magari.
Think you could take on a ghost?
wee shite, aren't you?
Get out of there!
Uh-oh.
Che cazzo?
Reinforcements!
Ah, ma non mi riporta su tutta la barra spirito, oddio, sì. Quindi adesso posso... Come cavolo? Non è possibile che ogni volta tocca accelerare per fare sto coso.
Not quite the right
Vabbè,
alignment.
vuole proprio che sia preciso in quel frame che dice lui. Io spero che le ultime due quest siano un po' più corte, perché mi pare che qua sta allungando un poco questa quest qua.
God, you're tougher than a gadfly.
No, aspetta, così però mi allontano. Ti pareva?
I feel something close.
No, l'unica mi sa che è da... Che cavolo di giro devo fare? devo aspettare sto coso, poi con i sospiri nelle orecchie proprio. Dovrebbe essere la strada giusta, sì, non è che sto andando qua. Sì, ma questa ormai non mi parla più. E ti parea se non deve essere... No, aspetta.
This is it. Seeker is behind this wall.
Oh, finalmente l'ho trovata, non mi fai andare in altre 27 regioni. Raccogliere oggetti.
Let the veil of
of
unknowing be lifted. Let us see through the eyes of Grace Pennington.
Ceridian?
You're surprisingly slow, even for a Banisher. You're late. Or early.
At last we find you.
Missed me that much, did you? You could have hurried. You always think you
Mi hai
have no
fatto
time.
perdere 27
And
ore.
suddenly you don't.
Molte
It
meno.
wasn't in vain. We have come far and learned much.
I hope so. I don't think you have it all figured out. You're still Banishers, after all.
We are indeed. Grace.
So, you know.
I know you're Pennington's daughter. Still, I see the family resemblance.
In the end, neither could he.
It must have hurt.
The dear captain is many things, but he is a Puritan through and through. And I, his daughter, am a witch. I defied him. I sought forbidden knowledge and stepped beyond the boundaries. At the end of that most painful of journeys, Grace was dead. And Seeker was born. Yes, it hurt, but it was worth it. I accept it now. I accept it all. Ceridian has left a hollow, and I am called to fill it. I accept. I am ready for my role in this world. Are you ready for yours?
The time has come for us to go back to New Eden and face the nightmare.
Yes. Balance must be restored. You must face your fate and end the curse.
Ceridian said the only way back was through the void. But the pond seemed broken. We need your help.
Of course you do.
We're listening.
Remember Ceridian's words. If you were to defeat the nightmare, your hearts must be open to each other. No barriers. Your bond must be strong.
We've never been stronger.
This void breach is not like the others. This one leaks. This one sits at the rotten core of the entire region. You must leave whatever still burns in your hearts at the threshold. If you don't, the void will kill you.
Do you know where in New Eden Town the void shall lead us?
The trick is to focus on your happiest memories and let them take you there. At least that's how it's always worked for me.
We'll try.
And when at last you succeed, I too shall return to New Eden Town. I shall see you there.
And with that, we'll take our leave.
Bring peace to this troubled land and your troubled hearts, my friends. I know it's not easy to hear, especially when it's me saying it.
On the contrary.
Thank you, Seeker. We'll do our best.
Facciamo un favore, sì.
She's the custodian now. May she have all the wisdom of her mentor, and more.
I wish I had half the wisdom of mine.
You're not as stupid as you sound. You'll be fine.
Ho la spada che mi manca un sacco per potenziarla al massimo.
Ready to cross that breach? Wait. This is it, isn't it?
This is it.
You always think you have more time, and suddenly you don't.
Do you ever wonder how things would have gone if we'd never come here?
Never. Do you?
Sometimes.
I think about our last morning in Oporto, of our tiny room overlooking the fish market.
A horrendously loud fish market.
You slept soundly in my arms as I lay listening to the clamor. I watched those curtains blow through the window for hours. Or so it felt. I think of that moment often. That instant suspended in time. Before Charles's letter found us.
We were glad to hear from our friend, and buoyed by a later success.
The ghost blew up the Duke's wine cellar, but we got the job done.
Ah.
I had a good life. We had a good life.
I'm gonna miss you so very much.
There's much to do between here and goodbye. Let's go do it. Thank you for standing by my side through it all. For everything.
Sono curioso di vedere il finale che mi becco. Dovrebbe
Into
essere
the
quello
fray,
dell'ascensione, ma quale?
Always. What is it?
Baggage I may need to finally face. Let's press on.
Quindi la penultima missione partita.
Stay watchful. Spectres are still drawn to you.
Oh, brilliant.
You chose the schoolhouse too.
Of course. Our last night together.
I knew it. And now the question is, how do we reach it?
I like your doll. What are you doing?
This is Aleja. She is a witch, and she is running away from the Spanish soldiers. She had a horse, but he died. He was an old friend. Patience, Antea. You know that we have to be twice as good as them to get half of what they have. I can't stand anymore.
I know.
I think your mother is jealous of you.
I'm better than she was a mage. Of course she is.
We could train in secret. Practice when she's not looking.
These are memories from my childhood. But why here?
Sarò abbastanza livellato per una personale, che qua sono tutti di livello più alto di me.
You'll get it next time.
Reinforced. Range random. Die, you bastard!
Over there, a passageway.
A me pare che più che avvicinarmi poi ogni volta mi riallontano di brutto.
It's just us here, Antea.
Damn it.
The void centers in on us. Perhaps you've been thinking about your past and memories are manifesting.
Or the other way around.
God, you're tougher than I can.
Basta a rigenerarci la barriera. Le palle.
Rory,
Tell me.
Calendre is here.
Your childhood friend is here.
What passed for my friend.
Right. We leave now. You explain later.
Mama? Mama!
It's just a game.
What's going on?
Go on. Bernard.
Yourself, Antea.
Bernard.
Let the fire melt your shackles.
Careful, Red. It's close.
Aspetta adesso. No, che devo fare?
Right, this on for size.
It's coming for you. Stay there. Stay and play with me.
I feel like I'm being led by the nose.
It's playing with us. Wants us to feel powerless.
I'll feast on your soul. You won once. Never again. Never again. Come and play, Antea.
Comincia a essere un pelino inquietante.
You will
la
never
tizia.
leave this place.
You can't go round the fire. You must go through it.
Poor little Antea. All alone. No one to play with. No one to talk to. Poor little Antea. Gifted and talented. Constricted. Bound. Abandoned.
Go to hell.
No? Torniamo a Eden. Come?
Look at you now.
Aspetta.
Look at you dead. Clinging to some pitiful soul in a hopeless search for meaning. Thank you, Rory McGrath, for bringing her to me.
This thing serves the Araloo, Red. Don't indulge it.
You'll soon be mine. Your voice, your soul, everything.
Damn you. You want to play, Calendre? Fine. Let's play.
At last you visit Calendre. Your bestest friend.
We are not friends. And your name is not Calendre.
Perhaps I should name myself by what called me to you. Your weariness? Your solitude? Your arrogance?
For years, I would not shoulder the weight of what I did. I would not face my regrets. I would not wear my guilt. My home burned to the ground. My face was marked forever. When I look in the mirror,
quindi la
I
cicatrice
think
che c'è
of
in
you.
faccia.
I fled the
Forse.
family I'd nearly killed. I buried my true feelings in hate for you. No more. I loved you once. You were my sister. You were my soul. But I understand now that you were born of all this darkness, that you thrive on it. And because of this, I forgive you. I forgive Calendre for being nothing but a mirror. And I forgive myself for not knowing better.
And you? Rory McLeaf? Can you forgive her for leaving you alone and unloved and haunted only by her memory?
The souls we banish end up in the void. I know this now. I pity them. I pity you.
Your pity means nothing to me, mortal. You are nothing.
How convenient then that I don't need you to give myself closure.
Antea, Antea. Such a clever girl. So good with words of power. Is that how you seduced your little pet here?
My name is Nezuko, and I am the relentless servant of the Queen of Kerr.
The hell?
Come, stay a while, stay forever. You are going to pay for this.
Devo dire che anche i boss hanno gli stessi set.
I'm not gonna stay down. Alright, that's cheating.
We must focus on the sorrow. Then we can end this. Come back here, demon. We've a game to end.
Quindi dopo questo c'è pure il boss finale.
I see you.
And I see you.
Dai, un'ora per...
As stubborn as you are.
It's certainly going well.
Porca puttana. Vabbè, però... Proprio bastardi così.
Also, you are going to pay for this.
Come back, Calendre. We're not done.
Male dato le cure, ok.
Ready to come and play?
cazzo mi stavo a fare la presa.
On your feet, Scotsman.
E dai... Come non posso chiamarla? Ah, perché era scarica, ovviamente. Perché sempre quel millimetro di troppo per poi farmi culla così?
Stand and fight.
Ma dai, ogni volta non dico. Sì, però l'animazione della cura è un po' più veloce, possibilmente. Lol. Che cazzo.
That was something.
I never told you the full story. I'm sorry.
No need.
Please, let's get out of here.
Dai, questa è stata corta. Un'aria proprio salubre, direi,
Onwards. Is the entire town lost to Ivy? Her influence must still be strong.
Ovviamente la strada più rapida mai.
But as Charles would say, another day, another soul to save.
These people have no idea what they're up against. We really had no idea what we were walking into.
If I had taken the threat seriously, then you might be alive.
All that matters now is that you give me my assent. I made the corrupted heart. You aimed its roots.
Allora. Ah, qua posso tirarla giù, ok. ce n'è uno qua dentro. Uno qua sotto. E ce n'è un terzo almeno per forza. O è quello? Perché questo fa il giro qui, effettivamente. Ah, è uno là sopra, ok, quindi là dentro, là sopra e qua.
Watch out! Spectre possession. Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
Dai, vaffanculo, ce l'ha fatta.
Would you a lecture on the sanctity of marriage?
Esther wouldn't dare. And we don't need a piece of paper to keep us together.
Aye, I remember you telling her.
We were so in love.
We are in love.
With no condition. To the very end.
Aye. The very end.
I see a light.
How? Could Esther still be here?
Può essere ancora qui.
Oh, there? Anybody home? Esther?
Rory? Are you here? Are you really here?
I am. We are. Have you been here alone all this time?
No. Not alone. Charles visits from time to time.
Ma se lo è purato,
We talk.
ce l'ho fatto scendere.
That's not Charles. Charlie had his ascent.
Impazzito del
Remember?
tutto.
Oh, yes. I remember. It's all very foggy. Do we ever mend the wounds of true love lost?
Esther, do you know me?
Antea? Yes, I know you. You come to Red as Charles comes to me. How very good of you.
Dearest Esther, I died. I am a ghost.
You know, I'd have liked to join your games. You three. Chasing ghosts and whatnot. I learn fast. But not today. Today feels like a dream.
Ok, direi che possiamo anche
Goodbye,
andarsene.
Esther. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Perhaps we shall. It's so very pleasant to speak to new old friends. From time to time. To time.
E... ok, che ce ne possiamo andare se non rimango... Vabbè. Perché ogni volta non so come uscire dalle case?
Breaks my heart to see her this way.
Enough suffering. Let's set New Eden free.
Che giro mi sta facendo fa?
After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
What shall I say to you when I give you your assent?
I don't know.
All ghosts linger for a reason.
It is time.
You still have something to say to me, don't you?
I told you to be cautious, yet you walked straight into her trap.
It was my greatest mistake. And I'll carry it my whole life. And Dea, I am sorry.
I'm sorry too. Sorry for resenting you. Sorry for not saying so sooner.
Don't let that spectre get to the corpse.
Have some of this.
Watch out. Spectre present.
Preferisco un suo grosso che... O forse no. Ormai è troppo tardi.
Try this on for size.
Già in terra.
You will not have him.
Che cavolo.
She won't let us in so easily.
A few roots will not stop us.
Dov'è che... Aspetta, di qua. Una è dietro l'albero. Una è qui. Ah, qua dietro. Quindi 1, 2 e 3. E che cazzo? No, forse mi conviene.
Teamwork.
E che cazzo?
New Eden suffers. We suffer. My friends, I have disturbing news. Among us walks a witch. Is that not so, Deborah Comenius? Lock her up.
No! No! 'Tis not true! I am no witch!
So that's how it all began.
Aye. With ordinary evil from the hearts of fearful men.
Deborah Comenius, this court finds you guilty of the devil's work. Guided by God's mercy, I pass sentence on the witch. Pain forte Dieu. Confess and name your accomplices, or die for your sins.
I have nothing to confess.
How could they have let this happen?
Someone stood or spoke for her.
Allora, 1,
There's no justice here.
2,
It's a travesty.
forse solo 2.
Confess, witch. None stand for you. Your coven has betrayed you. Name them, and you shall live.
I am no witch. You know this. All of you. Do not turn away from me. You must release me. You must. Will no one speak for me? Anyone? Please. Help me. Help me.
I feel her distress, her rising terror, her dark despair.
She's suffered enough. And so have we.
So, the circle is complete. Do you return to the beginning? Or is it the beginning of your return?
A paradox. How clever. How it pleases you to play with time.
I do not play.
Deborah, we know what happened to you. We know what they did to you.
What they did. What they do. I shatter yet.
We're not here to hurt you. You have my body and I want it back. That's all. Help us. Because we can help you.
No, you cannot. I'll crush you! You will atone! So gallant! I'll crush you!
Per ora pare. Secondo me c'è un'altra fase pure dopo, eh.
I can barely feel a thing! You will atone!
Possibile il boss finale così al volo. C'è un'altra fase. O forse no.
You are me. Yet you oppose me. They murdered us. Make them pay. No. They do not deserve our rage, not these two. All deserve our wrath. They crushed the breath from us. You know this. You asked for this. Not anymore.
It's over. You have been heard. The truth is out.
No! Come back! Feed upon the pain, the treachery, the outrage! No more. It hurts. Behold my wrath!
Avevo detto che c'era un'altra fase.
Remember the bite of the chains! They locked us up! Banishers, I won't last long.
Sì, ma non può essere diventata così incazzata dal nulla questa.
You're not me.
They seek a monster. Don't give it to them.
No one stood for us. They tortured us, killed us. Do not turn your back on me. They tortured us, killed us. I just want to leave.
They seek a monster. Don't give it to them.
Ah, i vari vincoli, ok, sto usando per...
They turned their back on us. Yes, I don't need your aid. Your rage called me. Don't resist your true self.
You were betrayed. You were innocent.
Ah, ecco, adesso era tosta la prima parte, non era...
enough pain now.
There must be a reckoning.
The pain may end right now. The reckoning is here.
Spare me your compassion, for it comes far too late.
Who are you?
I am Retribution.
A word, an idea. But who are you?
I am her fury.
No longer.
I am their nightmare.
You were.
Una fase 3, vero?
You believe you've won. It will not be so easy. For I will end your dreams.
Is that an end to it?
Yes. If you want it to be.
Are you sure? In your hand you weigh my death. The last stone laid upon my broken body.
I'm so very sorry.
Will you leave? Are you ready?
I have lingered so very long. Where now will I go?
I don't know. A better place, I believe. A quiet place.
Quiet is good.
Deborah Comenius, mere words can ill describe your suffering. And if they could, I'd not utter them now. Enough wrong has been done you. Your tale is told. And we thank you for it. You are heard. And free to go.
Dai, che finale mi becco, quindi.
Hey, I'm right here.
Aye, you are.
The time has come. And I must go.
That was the promise I made.
We've done good work here. We've made my death count for something.
Someday, we'll meet again.
Take all the time in the world. I love you, Laurie McGrath.
These years I've spent by your side have made me a better man. You've taught me to survive. You've taught me to live. Thank you. From my heart of hearts, thank you. Farewell, my love.
Death for the dead.
Life for the living.
Ero beccato il finale, quello un po' più positivo, quello malinconico. Comunque ho beccato quello dell'ascensione.
If grief is an odyssey through hell, then what appears to be the end is often just a beginning. New Eden never recovered. For years, neither did Red. But in time, the pain of Antea's loss faded, and only the bittersweet beauty of their love lived on in his memory. Who knows? Perhaps, years from now, a legendary Scotsman, his hair grey, shall sit with his children and many apprentices and tell them a story. The tale of his beloved Antea. Of how she lived, and how she died, and how together, in New Eden, they lifted a curse and defeated a nightmare.
Ok. Quindi ho beccato quello più positivo, mi sa. Alla fine ho fatto scendere per lo più i fantasmi più che curarli, quindi da questo punto io chiudo e ci rivediamo più tardi con Metal Gear Solid 1, che è la qua che mi aspetta. In realtà tutti e tre. Ciao a tutti, a dopo, buon pomeriggio, a più tardi.